Welcome to Good Morning Country. I am Teresa Paris, your host. Welcome. Good Morning Country is your place for events, news, and anything local in Conshohocken. In the meantime, please like and share this video with us, and we'll be right back. Well, welcome back. It's a sunny day here in Conshohocken, almost there. Today's weather is currently 73 degrees. Hoping for 85 degrees high temperature. Welcome back. Last week we had with us on our very first show, Mr. Walter Harnett of the VFW Post 1074 here in Conshohocken. And I am delighted to have here with us our mayor, Yaniv Aronson. Yaniv is our mayor. It's currently our mayor and a member of the Destination Conshohocken and the Montgomery Community College since 2008. Yaniv, welcome to Good Morning Country. Let's go for the ride.
Hey, Teresa. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Yaniv. Yes. So let's talk back to where you became a mayor. You are now one of the first Jewish mayor here in Conshohocken. I'm so proud of you when you won that night. So tell us what it's been. You have a 9 to 5, so being a mayor is not a full-time job for you. So how do you handle all that good stuff?
So it's been a balance, and I've really made this position very, very active. So anyone watching who probably knows me sees that my wife and I are just about everywhere doing everything. So that on top of my teaching and on top of our Destination Conshohocken work, which is how we run our nonprofit, it's been a lot. So, it's just a matter of having a good schedule. My wife and I have a shared calendar, so I know what she's doing. She knows what I'm doing, and we know how to schedule each other within the household. But it's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing how the rest of this term plays out.
Welcome. It ends on December 31st this year. You're running for re-election. Good luck to you on that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Now you mentioned your nonprofit being Destination Conshy. Is that part of the mayor's office, or that's you separately as an individual?
So one of the questions I had as I took the seat was, how does that stuff work? The previous mayor had a mayor's committee. And how do I work that into what I do? And so I talked to our solicitor, and I talked to our administration, and I talked to council, and it seemed as though the best way to continue running events was to establish a nonprofit. So that way we could raise our own funds, we could pay for insurance, all those other little things that you don't think about at first. And that became Destination Conshohocken. So that is how we take in funds, and how we give to charity, and how we put on the arts festival. We have a really great board of volunteers that helps us operate. And that is essentially how I'm running what was the mayor's committee under the previous mayor.
Okay. So I wish you success, but in the event that you're not successful in the fall, does that go away, Destination Conshy, or that follows the mayor's office?
So those guidelines weren't clearly established when I took office. So okay. it was there was a gray area of what happens to the car show. How do these events run in the future that were under the previous mayor traditionally? And one of the things I did this term is I worked really hard to make things forever in Conshohocken. So what does that mean? The mayor used to put on the costume contest for Halloween. And I didn't want there to be a gray area on how that operates once I leave office, whenever that may be. So now it is under the Parks and Rec Department. And as far as the Arts Festival and Car Show, since it is kind of away from the borough, since it's under the banner of our nonprofit, that's our event. So we can either work with the next mayor to transition that, or we can put it on ourselves. I think the idea is that we want things to continue all the time. We want things to always happen. Another example, the community cleanups were an event that went from the running club to the Rotary Club to me. And now it's an established event with the Environmental Advisory Committee. So I want all these events to continue forward regardless of who's mayor. And I think that's where we are right now.
Awesome. Continuity is important.
Yep.
Well, thank you for that. So now on to and last year we didn't have the car show because of, what happened to us back then. It pretty much went virtual. So this year it's on. Now, is there going to be a virtual component to it, or is it just going to be all in person?
So what was interesting last year is we actually did run it. It was just all virtual. So we had artists on a page on our website, which is conshockenartsfestival.com. We had cars send in pictures of their beautiful cars and descriptions, and we even ran awards for the cars. And then Sarah and I went out and delivered trophies to whoever won. So it did happen. We had live music, we had a magic show, and it was actually a really robust offering for being all virtual. The festival this year is all live. So we still have the website. The website is more for information. So what does the festival look like? There's maps, there's traffic diagrams, there's registration tabs, there's places to look at all our wonderful sponsors. But the show itself will be all live. So everything will happen on June 5th.
All live, as in person?
In person, on Fayette, on June 5th. Yep.
Awesome, gotcha. So now you said on Fayette, what portion is all of Fayette going to be blocked off, or from what street to what other street?
So we are shutting the whole thing down. The entire borough through Fayette is being shut down. So it will be 11th Avenue down to Elm Street.
Okay.
Check-in will be at 10th Avenue, and then cars will be from 10th to 6th Avenue, and then vendors will be from 5th Avenue to 2nd Avenue, and then 1st Avenue by the Boathouse and Great American Pub will be all outdoor dining and a DJ and probably just a lot of young people hanging out and having a good time. So really we are spanning the entire borough, 11 blocks. Our main stage is going to be at the Masonic Lodge at 801 Fayette Street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all those wonderful local bands will be. And then, our registration has been through the roof. This is our 4th year putting this on, and this is by far the most registrations we've had. So I think that it has a lot to do with, pent up demand and wanting to do something after 18 months. And also, this is like the grand reopening. This is really, once this event runs, everything else through the summer is planned to be live, from the Soapbox Derby to a modified fireworks to the Fun Fest to everything else. So we are really excited to be like the grand reopening of Conshohocken.
Absolutely. Now tell us a little bit more about your entertainment. Anyone local or pretty much in the Montgomery County area or throughout the state?
So they're mostly locals, but what is really interesting is we have a wonderful music director named Bob Cahill, who was a very popular in a very popular band through the 2000s. So he was actually a student of mine at Monco back in like 2008. And we became very good friends, and he programs the festival because he has all these amazing contacts throughout the county. So, so generally very local. I like to say that he programs the best of the best for us. He knows talent, and he knows wonderful bands. He himself puts on a concert on top of Whole Foods every year, sometimes twice a year. So he is very invested in the music community, and it's wonderful to be working with Bob Cahill to program every year.
Okay, awesome. And before we go further, I just want to mention that for today, please like and share this video. You'll be in for a drawing for an Amazon gift card. So you can go shopping at Amazon and bring some gifts home in time to go shopping for the festival. Okay, Yaniv. So you mentioned, is there going to be like a program? So we have entertainment. Do you have any spoken word for the festival, or no, just vocals?
So, the first 2 years we put on this festival, we had multiple stages. We even had what we called like a cultural corner, where we had a Senegalese drummer and we had mariachi bands, and that was through a wonderful resident named Jackie Rocco, who puts together our Hispanic Heritage Association. One of the compromises we had to make this a live event was to have a flow to the festival. So they didn't want us to have gathering points. So we had to really cut down, unfortunately, on some of the other entertainment throughout the festival. The bands are sort of off Fayette a tiny bit. There's a big lawn where we'll have benches, and we feel like we can be fairly socially distant. The only true spoken word, which is probably not what you're thinking of, is going to be at 3:00. We're going to do our 50/50s and our raffles. We have like a wonderful, the Pieri Restaurant Group gave us gift cards to every one of their restaurants, Bar Sarah, Bar Luca, and Stone Rose. Fiend has gift cards. Conshy Girls has gift cards. So we'll be doing that. And then we'll be doing our awards for, the best cars. So that will close us out. We had plans last year for a stage at the library on 3rd Avenue. Mm-hmm. So we would have had 2 stages. So anyone flowing through the festival had 2 opportunities to see bands. And that's one of the compromises we made, was to cut that down and to just have one stage this year.
Well, it certainly sounds like a fun-filled day. Lots of activities for the families with children to come out and enjoy.
Yep.
That is awesome. But before we get to that day, we have Memorial Day coming up, which is another busy day for you. So last week, Walt talked to us about that. But what's your input for that for us here in Conshohocken? It's a busy day.
It's a busy day. It's a very important day. As our police chief told me, it is a sacred day for our veterans. So it's very important that residents know what's going on. Really, there's 2 days to keep on your radar and in your calendars. The first is actually Saturday, the 29th, which is a flag planting day at Calvary Cemetery in West Conshohocken. There are 3,500 graves, so we need all the help we can get, taking up old flags from last year and putting brand new flags in the ground. And also, I'm sure, as Walt talked about, he's doing a census of all the local veterans, so we need help with that. And that's a great day to just be outside and take a couple hours in the sunshine and do a good deed and help our vets. And then, of course, we have Memorial Day on the 31st. Sarah and I actually travel with the VFW on their bus. They do a multitude of cemeteries across West Conshohocken, Plymouth, White Marsh, and Conshohocken. And we do the ceremony with them, and we take the bus to the next place. And it's a really, really special day. So we're thankful that they let us hang out with them all day. And then for our Conshohocken viewers, we will have the ceremony on Fayette and 2nd Avenue at 12:00, and then at the VFW Post Memorial at 12:30. So we hope to see everyone there. And my role is just to say a few nice words, and usually any elected officials there with us, we take up a memorial, some flowers, and we kind of place them and have a moment of silence. So it's just a really great day to have the community together, especially after the pandemic.
Great. So we're looking for the community to come out on Saturday to help with the planting, and then to come out again on Monday at each of the cemeteries to support the events as the veterans show up for the service. And then we all head back to VFW for
lunch. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Yaniv, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
So I just want to say we had a really tough 18 months, and we seem to have come through it really, really well. We had 8 Black Lives Matter protests. We just had a anti-Asian hate vigil. I'm so proud of the way our demonstrators and the police department and our elected officials work together to make all these events positive and safe and respectful. So I hope residents appreciate all the hard work that went into ensuring that everyone had their First Amendment rights respected, but we also kept everyone safe and kept everyone's property safe. It was a pretty difficult but a special year in that regard. So so thank you to everyone who's been supportive for the past 18 months.
Thank you. And don't forget to like and share this video. You'll be in for a drawing for the Amazon gift card. And we'll be right back for a few words from one of our supporters. One moment.
My name is Blaine Pierce. I'm from Norristown, Pennsylvania. Graduate of Delaware State University, sports science major, member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. We are located in Norristown, Pennsylvania, 1725 Markley Street in the Astor Shopping Center, right next to the zoo. We handle one-on-one personal training, group and fitness classes, strength and conditioning classes, kickboxing training, boxing training. We also have yoga classes and massage therapy and movement therapy. My passion has always been to help others become their best self, stronger physically and mentally.
Hey, Yaniv, I do have one question. So someone texted me. They don't live in Conshohocken, but they know that the mayor in the past have done marriages for residents.
Absolutely.
What's the process for someone who's not a Conshohocken resident? What's the process for them to get married?
So mayors in Pennsylvania can do it across the Commonwealth. So
Okay.
Find your favorite mayor, whether it be me or someone else, and just be in contact with them and set it up. It's that easy.
Awesome, great. So I saw a comment here from Walt that both Massenford will be open.
Yeah, so getting to Calvary Cemetery will not be an issue with the detours on Massenford. You'll be able to drive right there using Massenford Road.
That's welcome news. It's crazy going around the back roads to get through.
It is, I know, yes.
Thank you, Walt. Thank you so much. Well, Yaniv, I want to thank you so much for joining us here at Good Morning Conshy. If ever you want to come back, you have anything else coming up in the future, please do let us know. Oh, before we go, Conshohocken is opening up. Do you have any word for our businesses or any encouragement? What's going on? What's your take?
Yeah, so something to remember is Conshy was never really closed. Our businesses followed all the guidelines from the CDC in the state, but our restaurants remained open. 99% of them came through the pandemic and are now ready, for full business once all the restrictions are lifted. So come to town. I see all the streets and sidewalks and restaurants filled to the brim. I go to places like the VFW and everyone's hanging out, and there's even karaoke on Thursday. So things are really looking like they're back to normal. And I think we're going to be through this pandemic and back to normal very soon.
Thank you. I must say that the restaurateurs have done an amazing job for their clientele to come in, and the patios and the sidewalks have been abuzz, which is great. Awesome for Conshohocken. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Yaniv.
Thank you. Thank you and Zach.
All right. And we have a few events coming up. Our event is sponsored by Paris Mobile Notary, and here are a few of them. We have the senior drive-through that's coming up on June 2nd. It's going to be at the Fellowship House. Registration is required, so please call them at 610-828-3266. Pickup is between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. And of course, we have the Conshy Arts Festival and Car Show coming up on June 5th. Starts from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's between 6th and Fayette Ave Street. Crafters and vendors, classic car shows, and we will be there at the festival, so be sure to visit us. And thank you so much. And we have a few openings. One that we're going to mention that I find is very interesting is at the Boathouse here in Conshohocken. They're hiring for all positions, full and part-time, flexible schedules, discounted meals, discounted meals, and a bottle shop. Apply at theboathouse.companycareersite.com. And submit your application there. Once again, be sure to like and share this video to be entered for a drawing for an Amazon gift card. We'll share the winner at just before our next show. We'll be back live on June 9th. Be sure to join us. If you have any events or upcoming shows or promotions that you'd like to share with your Conshohocken community, please reach out to us at info@munkamedia.com. You can also message us here at our Facebook page at Good Morning Conshy. But for now, thank you so much for joining us. Yaniv, any parting words?
Be safe, everyone, and we hope to see you this Saturday, this Monday, and then next Saturday for the Arts Festival.
Yes, busy week ahead for Conshohocken. Saturday, Monday, and Saturday. Once again, thanks for joining us here. Good Morning Conshy, and we look forward to having you again here with us. On the 5th, we'll go live in some fashion, and then back again on the 9th. Thanks for joining us. And also, when you're out and about, please support our partners, which is Blazing Body Fitness in Norristown and the Coyote Restaurant here in Conshohocken. Thank you, thank you, thank you.